going on, you guys? Welcome to today's video. Currently cruising on the Autobahn in the good old GTI. Since the Jetta Wagon is sadly gone, Casey's back in the R32 and I've been cruising in this, and honestly I haven't dailied a Mark III in quite a long time, and I just love these cars, especially in stock form. They're so comfy, and this being the GTI, it's a very zippy car. Now this has the 2E engine, which isn't my favorite. I think it's like 115 horsepower brand new, so we're probably sitting around like 80 horsepower now. But like high RPM, 4 to like 5,000 RPM. The car feels very zippy. It's fun around turns. It's very light. I do enjoy this car quite a bit. I would like to have the 16 valve ABF in a GTI instead. That does, because there's plenty more power, but it's still light, so that would be a lot of fun to drive. But this thing's been fun. Like I said, I haven't dailied a Mark III in quite a while, and I've been greatly enjoying this thing. Like, Mark IIIs are my favorite, so to be back in one and cruise around, I mean, this thing's been a blast. I really enjoy this car. So right now we're currently on our way to pick up another set of tires, which I'm not 100% sure how I feel about the size of these tires, but they're super cheap, they're brand new, so we'll see how it goes. I tell you guys what, Jaguar XK8, I would absolutely love to have one of those cars. Oh, what's that? Little more wagon? Nice. All right, well, I think we're here. Let's grab these tires and show you what we got. All right, my friends, here they are. Brand new set of 185 35 17s. I will say they do look a little bit skinny, but again, brand new, super cheap and close by. I figured I'll at least give them a shot. Ideally, I wish they made a 185 40. That would be like the best size for a 7.5 inch wide wheel. That way a little bit stretched, but still a taller sidewall. That way it's not so small looking. But again, these are brand new, super cheap and close by. I figured we'll at least give them a try and see how they look. If this is too small looking for me, I'll go to a 195 40 and just call it a day. But I wanted to at least give these a shot. And again, they're all brand new. These two are still in wrapping. These two they mounted on the wheels, but for the car and the weight that he had for the German tube, it wasn't allowed. So he had to sell them, which his loss, my gain. So now we have ourselves a nice little set of 185 35 17. So we'll see how they look. If I like them, we'll keep them. If not, we'll go to a 195 40, and this is what it is. And to give you guys some reference here, in the back of the car, this is a set of 205 40 17s we picked up for the Porsche Twist. That'll be for the GTI later on. But I want to put these next to these. Again, this is 205 40 17 next to 185 35 17. And you can see the apparent sidewall difference. Again, 185 35 17, 205 40 17. Like I said, I wish they made a 185 40 like this. This width with this sidewall would be perfect, but they don't make that size, so it's not that I can find. So I said we'll try these out, see if they work. If not, it just is what it is. All right, my friends, we are finally back home. Today has been absolutely hectic. I have been all over the place, and after I went and picked up the tires, I got one more item which I'm about to show you, which is this sick piece. Look what we got right here. So this is a Euro hatch for the Jetta Wagon eventually. It's from a Golf, but they're the same between Golf and Bora. That really doesn't matter. The big thing is this one has literally no rust. All the normal areas, this one's like perfect. Look, there's not even a little bit of a bubble. There's nothing there. This is all clean. All the bottom's clean. This side all completely perfect. Like I said, it's blue. I don't care. I was trying to find one in uni black, but it's very, very hard to do, and almost every single wagon hatch is rusted out here, there, or somewhere down here. But look at this. Even up there, there's literally no rust anywhere on this hatch. So I don't care if it's blue, it'll get painted later on, but to have a completely perfect Euro hatch, couldn't pass it up. And I fit this and all the tires in the GTI, which is not a big car at all, but it all fit, which is sick. So now we have a Euro hatch for the Jetta Wagon eventually. Once that goes to paint, this will go with it, and we'll have a full Zender kit with the Euro hatch. And I'll go through and take this off, and also the 2.0 off as well. Probably put a VR6 back on. Maybe I'll do a clean hatch. Maybe I'll have the US hatch with Jetta and VR6, and the Euro hatch with nothing at all. We'll have to see, but I'm hyped on this. This thing is literally perfect. Like I said, if you know Mark IV hatches, they always rust here, and they always rust here, and usually this section has rust, but like this thing has literally nothing. Like the hole here, all this, not even the slightest bump. Kind of mind blown. So super, super stoked on this. And then aside from the hatch and the tires, give you guys a brief update on down here. It looks like a mess still, I will admit, but the good thing is, majority of this stuff is not going. It's gonna stay here and get sold after our original stuff gets packed up, which is cool because it means much less stuff for me to pack. So like majority of like all this stuff will go. I'm keeping the Fisher boxes down there. Those two will go with me, the steering wheel, and like one or two of those. But I've already packed up the Vento lights I'm keeping, the golf lights I'm keeping. That's all good to go. I already have all the Golf 3 taillights I need. So majority of all this is going. All the interior bits over there are going. That tail back there, I'm keeping majority of that stuff. Maybe one hatch cover. All these wheels will go. Those will stay. Those are getting sold. Lip, and my clears are going, of course. But majority of down here is staying and getting sold, which does it much less stuff for me to pack. Like I said, it still looks messy down here, but at this point, most of my stuff is all over there that I'm keeping. The rest of this can just get sold off later on, and it's really not a big deal. So, making good progress down here. If you look over here, I got 3 more of the big bins, and then you can see in the corner, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bins here, my bumper, the hatch, and I'm hoping to have just those 3 more bins filled, and that'll be everything for downstairs. I'm keeping that bumper. Obviously, gotta pack up the Votex flip and the mid-wing. I'm gonna keep probably just that grill, but I said majority of this stuff is staying here and getting sold off. So it's just a lot less for me to have to try and pack and take with us. And I realized I just don't need this much stuff. It's cool to have spares, but like having the junkyard, I just kept getting stuff because it's just so available. But to keep all this and bring it all home, I can't justify doing that. And also, I don't know the size of the house we're moving into yet. So we might only have a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom house. I don't have room for this much stuff, which also I might have to go through and sell off a bunch of my seats because I have like maybe 10 sets of Golf 3 seats. I would love to keep them all because they're all different versions of the seats. But again, I don't know what the house size we're moving into, and to show up with 12 seats, like 12 interior full seats, like where am I gonna put that? So I might keep like 2 or 3 of my favorites, sell the rest off, and just really condense as much as possible. I also think I'm gonna sell my engine hoist, both my engine stands, just to get a bunch of the weight out of there. I can buy a new engine hoist in the States. I can buy new stands. That's not a big deal. And just make the money back here, put it towards the move, or just have it for savings, and then get our weight down as much as possible. Again, we can have, I think it's either 7,000 or 9,000 pounds, but if we go over, we have to pay a bunch of extra money, and I don't want to have to do that. So a bunch of stuff that I really just don't need, I'm getting rid of. Now the stuff like wheels, keeping all the wheels. Love the wheels, those gotta stay. But if I can get rid of a bunch of that extra stuff that I just do not need, I'm gonna do it. I will say it does suck because I love having all of my beautiful things here, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. And once we're back home, not in North Dakota, but probably Florida, in our like final permanent home, and I have like my own shop, if I can get a shop possibly, but at that point, then I can go ham with the collecting and get like a warehouse spot and get a bunch of shelves and just collect, because at that point, we don't have to move again. It's just moving across the world with this much stuff, it's just not ideal. It's cool to have all the stuff, but it's a lot of stuff to move. All right, so next update, a bunch of the spare wheels that I really wanted to keep, they're all getting sold, just a bunch of additional weight that I don't need to have all of them. I want them, but I don't need to have them. So Arieta's sold, Santa Monica's sold, and these speed lines are also sold. Oh yeah, which the GTI is back on those wheels. I'll show you in a minute. I don't know the name of these wheels, but they're cool, and they actually look much better on this car than the last ones did. I don't know why. This is silver. Looks good, very OEM and just proper. But yeah, a whole bunch of my wheels are being sold. So I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sets so far, I think. I mean, I had a lot. I think I had 20 sets of wheels, maybe more than that, but I've sold, I think, 8 sets so far. I have a guy coming Monday from Belgium to pick up the speed lines, and then also Monday in the evening, another friend of mine picking up the Arietas, the Santa Monicas, and 3 more sets in there. I am keeping the Long Beaches, don't freak out. I put new tires in them yesterday, so Long Beaches are staying. The resales from the R32 are staying, and a handful of other ones. My PowerTechs will stay, the ones downstairs will stay. This set will also stay, even though we're putting the Porsche wheels on this car. This set will stay as an OEM set for the car, but I think just about all my other wheels are getting sold, which again, I wanted to keep them, but it's just a bunch of unneeded weight. To try and ship like 20 sets of wheels, it's just unnecessary. So all those went. I gotta sell my 1.8T, my other 1.8T. Like, I'm just trying to condense and just get rid of everything physically possible. I'll make a new collection for sure later on, but right now it's just like purge everything. Now, speaking of getting rid of everything, the Joker wagon. She went up for sale 2 days ago, or like a day and a half ago, within like 16 hours we get for sale. The wagon is officially sold and she's going to Florida. I actually know the new owner. We talk back and forth all the time. Super good guy. He's always been very interested in the car, so I know it's going to a good home. It'll be in good hands, but it is sad. I wanted to keep this car. It just wasn't the right time. Sadly, I will have another variant, I promise you, but unfortunately, this was just not the one. The right move was to sell this car and then use the money towards the move, and that's one less car to have to ship, so it all worked out the way it's supposed to. So, car's going to Florida. If you're there, you will see the car, and this color in Florida doesn't look so good. I am sad, though. I am very, very sad to see this car go, but again, it's going to a good home, so I can't be mad. Tomorrow is Sunday. Ivan's coming down from Belgium, picking up the car. Will be stored at his shop for just a little bit, and then later on, it'll be shipped down to the States. But the wagon's officially sold. I was kind of hoping that it wouldn't sell. I could keep it, but within like 16 hours, we had an offer, took it, and she's officially sold. All right, so next up, and this is a pretty exciting one. What we have here is my Zender side skirts and my Zender wagon rear lip for my Jetta Wagon, all the way from Finland, and I couldn't be more excited to finally have these pieces. So the 10 pounds, and I do mean the 10 pounds of wrapping, is officially off, which I appreciate. He packed these things super, super well, but it took forever to cut through all that, but it's finally gone. Now, look how sick these pieces are. So in front here, we have the Zender. You can see the logo, bam, right there. Zender concept, side skirts for the Mark IV. Left and right side. Now these two are used. You can see they've been on a car before, and there's a few small cracks here and there, which isn't a big deal. It's all gotta go to body work, get fixed, get painted, that kind of stuff. Not a big deal. But you can see all the stuff right there. Zender VWA concept, super cool piece. But up here, this is a new old stock, never been painted, never been on a car. Zender VWA wagon rear lip, which is such a sick piece to find. And again, it's new old stock, which is so cool. I gotta get a logo to put right there in the middle, same as this one, which my front bumper needs one, and I need one for the rear lip, but there she is. Now I will say, I'm not 100% if I like the style of this lip. I obviously wanted to have the complete kit, front bumper, side skirts, rear lip, and to find both of them in the same spot, I had to have it, and the deal was great. But I don't know 100% if I like the design. Now, of course, we have the Vortex rear lip right now, which I'm not selling. I can run that one with these side skirts in the front bumper. I will give this one a shot. We will have the complete Zender kit at one point, but I might stick with the Vortex one. I want to see. I'll have to see it on the car, and once it's painted black, you won't notice this line near as much. And with the Remus tip, we'll have to see it all together. But to have like the front bumper, which is like one of the only ones I've ever seen, to have a new old stock rear lip and the skirts, like, it's just sick. Again, these came from Finland. Shout out to the guy who sold them to me. Super awesome stuff. He packed them super well. So sick. I am so stoked to have this. The wagon's gonna be sick. Like, the wagon's the daily, but the wagon's gonna be sick when I have all this stuff done. Eventually it'll be bagged. I would love to turbocharge that car or supercharge it. The wagon's gonna be sick. That car's gonna be a cool car. Look at this. New old stock, not painted, never been on a car. This is like that old school unicorn stuff you just don't find anymore. So super hyped on this. Everything made it here one piece, super safe. So I'm hyped on this. Actually, let me grab the bumper real fast so we can see it all together. Yo, tell me this isn't one of the coolest things you've ever seen. I really wish the wagon was still here. I can test fit everything, but we'll see in a couple months, and then we can go through, get it all painted and actually on the car. But to have like this whole kit is sick. I mean, in fairness, I am still missing the Zender concept rear lip for the wagon, and then super technical, they also have a Zender concept muffler that says Zender on the tip, which is sick, which I've never seen one of those. If I can find or you have one, let me know. I would love to have that. But I mean, to have the front bumper, which again, I've only seen one of these ever, and this thing is just so cool. I love this bumper. I love that it has the factory moldings to match the lines, the aggressive like lip that's molded on there. This thing, to me, I love this front bumper. It looks so sick on the car. And then to have the skirts and the matching rear lip, like this, to me, is so sick. I cannot wait to have it all painted on the wagon. Again, I wish the wagon was here to test fit everything, but we just missed it. But it's okay. This gives us stuff to do in North Dakota, you know? Keep the build going. But yeah, I'm hyped on this. Very, very hyped on this. And again, you can see down here, Zender concept on the front bumper, Zender concept right there on the side skirts, and then on this one, it should say on the bottom somewhere, I believe, Right there. Zender concept and light, bam, look at that. All the part numbers, that we know everything's official. Oh, it's so sick. And same as the front bumper, this is also fiberglass, but like their fiberglass is thick. Like this bumper is beefy. Listen to this, like this thing, dude, this thing is heavy and it's thick. Like this is a tank of a bumper. Yep, I'm hyped. The wagon's gonna look sick. The Porsche wheels, air ride, full Zender kit, xenon headlights. The wagon's a daily, but it's kind of a show car at the same time. And I'm not mad about it. You know, it's super sad. We just opened all these parts, got to see everything, and now I gotta pack everything back up. Won't see it for a few months, but I had to at least open it once and see it in person, because this stuff is just, to see this much rare stuff in one spot is so cool. The side skirts, the front bumper, the rear lip, this is just awesome. Like I said, the wagon is getting a lot of goodies. We got all this stuff. We got the Euro hatch over there. We've got the rotiforms, the Porsche wheels. Like once we're back in the States, I can bag that thing. The wagon's gonna be looking sick. Like I said, it's a daily car, but it's kind of turning into something very special. I'm loving it. Almost forgot one last piece. This is a spoiler I had on my Bora wagon. It's not Zender, it's made by Luma, but still, definitely a cool piece. Eventually I wanna find the Zender one, but in the meantime, this will probably do just fine. So, there we go, another piece from my Jetta. The pal's getting bigger and bigger. You know, I gotta say, the more I drive the GTI, I like this car. I really don't mind the 2E as much as I did. It's more like situational, because like right now, there's like no one around me. I got to hop on the Autobahn with like no like traffic coming, so I really didn't need a lot of power. And those situations, the car feels great, it's a lot of fun. But when you have like stuff in the car, like a lot of weight, we have to merge quickly, you really notice like you're down on power by a lot. But just like cruising the car, really don't mind. Definitely needs more power, but I like this thing. It's super smooth, super comfy. Like I said, the car just feels like zippy. It's fun. So currently we're heading to the shop right now because Casey's there working on the Porsche Twist. We had painted them earlier this week, but for some reason the paint we used had this weird like reaction and it like crinkled, did all this weird stuff. We sanded it all off and then painted it again, and it happened for the second time. So we're currently going through and stripping all the paint off back to the original silver. So right now it's white, then primer, then black, then primer, then clear, then the silver that I did forever ago on my wagon, then primer, then the original silver of the Porsche wheels. So we've got a lot to go through. So I'm gonna be there, help her do that, and hopefully have them painted again tonight, and then maybe have tires on tomorrow or Monday. We'll have to see. Give you guys a little third gear pull here. Go, baby, go. It's not bad, but it's really like after 4,000 and on is where you really feel the power, but it's not bad for cruising at like 60 kilometers in third gear and just standing on it. It's not bad. She needs more. Like I said, this car, I think a GTI with a 16 valve ABF would be killer. Obviously, I love the VR6. You'll never change my mind on that, but I think also a 16 valve ABF would be a super killer car. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Like I said, it's white, primer, then black, then primer, then clear, then silver, then primer, then the original Porsche silver.
Like you don't need to remind me. Trust me, I know all the layers.
Just a couple layers. This
like
one,
18 layers of paint.
that one's down at the bottom. I think that's the original silver down there. So, more of that stuff. Now, we could have taken this to the company and had it like chemically stripped, and they dump it in the big like vat of chemicals, but we're kind of on a time crunch, so this is what we're doing. So hopefully all this will be off today. We can paint them today, let them dry overnight, either tomorrow or Monday, put the tires on, and then have these on the GTI, that way we can pack up those wheels and ship them. So it's gonna be a fun rest of the day.
Oh, you should also mention it's already like 7:30.
Yeah, it's 7:30, it's fine. It's only Saturday. It's fine. It's all fine. Yo, look at these absolutely gorgeous wheels. So, of course, Mr. Dimitri, Retro Wheels himself. These are the ones that I'm getting from him for the Pink Floyd. He's coming down to visit us on the 24th and bringing these with him. And they're just, it's one of the best wheels of all time. And the perfect wheel to Pink Floyd. I don't know if I have time to paint match the face to the car, But if not, the silver will still look great, and later on we can paint match it, but these things look absolutely incredible. They're 17 by 8 all around. I don't know if it's 2 or 3 piece. It might be 3 piece, I can't tell, but they're face mounted. I want to say they actually have 185/35 tires, which is what I got today. But like, this is one of the most gorgeous wheels of all time. So 24th when he comes down, he's bringing this with, and then very soon we can put him on the Pink Floyd. Woo, my goodness. Oh, it's so good. There's actually also a car show on the 30th of May. We might put these wheels on Miley and go to that show at the sea, but these things look incredible. This is just one of the best wheels of all time, hands down. Today was one of those days where it really wasn't supposed to be a super long day. It's 2 a.m. We're just heading home, but sometimes it just is what it is. Like I said, the paint on those wheels, for some reason originally, it just, I don't know, I guess it's with that enamel stuff, and I made a mistake a while back on my black wheels where I try to put clear over enamel, or even if you try and spray that same paint over itself once it dries a little bit, it does this weird like crackle peeling thing, and it doesn't work. So we had to strip everything off. We spent probably, I don't know, almost 2 hours just using paint stripper and the pressure washer to get like layer after layer off. So now at least they're one color, they're good to go. Tomorrow we're gonna go back, clear them, put the tires on, and then maybe by the end of tomorrow or Monday the Porsche wheels will be on this car. But yeah, it's been a very, very long day, but got some tires, got my Zender pieces in, painted some wheels. Definitely not a bad day. I still want to show you guys my glass lenses before the day's over. Well, the day's already over, but before this video's over, and then I'll probably close it out there. We've got a box inside a box. There we are, that's what I want. Okay, here we go. Here are the goodies. I'm not gonna pull them both out because there's no need. I'm gonna have to pack them back up again anyways, but I at least wanna show you one of these. Ooh, look at that. Let me get the better view here. Oh yeah. Brand new Helix glass for the Xena headlights for the Jetta Wagon. Look at that. Beautiful piece. So originally, I was gonna have Andy go through and just polish my plastic ones on the Xena headlights and then ceramic coat it, but I ended up finding these would be the first. These were out of stock everywhere, couldn't find them, but shout out Eurotuning because they had them in stock. Well, they had them available and the company in California had them in stock. So I ordered them back in March. They shipped from California to Chicago and then over here to Germany. It took about a month, which kind of sucks, but I couldn't be more hyped on these things. Look at that. Beautiful, crystal clear Helix glass for the Bora headlights. I wish the Boras would have just came stocked with glass headlights because all the Golf lights, they're all glass, but the Boras got plastic because, you know, the Jetta, the sedans are just like the redheaded stepchild. GTI and Golf is like Volkswagen's like favorite thing ever, but it's okay. We got what we needed. So probably tomorrow, I gotta go pick up my headlights from Andy's shop and then we'll split them, toss these lenses on, and then that'll be another thing for the Jetta Wagon in North Dakota. So we got a lot of parts to do for that car in a few months, but we're stacking up parts, so it's good to have another piece of the puzzle. So with that, my friends, this video is officially over. I'm exhausted and still have to edit this video tonight so you have it for tomorrow. So leave a like on the video if you could. Greatly appreciated. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.